Look at the pugs snoring peacefully on your couch right now. What if I told you that this exact, seemingly comical creature was once a closely guarded geopolitical secret, protected by military force and exclusive only to the most powerful emperors on Earth? The animal we now dress in silly costumes was not an accident of nature, but a highly engineered companion designed to sit at the right hand of absolute power. For centuries, possessing one of these dogs outside the royal court was a crime measured against the emperor's own wrath. This is not just the story of a dog, it is the chronicles of the pet that ruled empires. From the impenetrable walls of ancient Chinese palaces to the velvet-draped thrones of European royalty, the pug has navigated human history not as a mere animal, but as a living, breathing artifact of wealth and supremacy. How did a creature so small, with a face so perfectly flat, manage to conquer the world's most ruthless dynasties? To understand the magnitude of their journey, we must strip away the modern image of the couch potato and travel back to a time when they were revered as divine beings. A time when their very existence was hidden from the eyes of commoners, locked away behind the massive gates of the Forbidden City. Long before the Western world even knew of their existence, the ancestors of the pug were meticulously cultivated by the imperial courts of China. Dating back as far as the Han Dynasty and reaching their zenith of reverence during the Ming and Qing dynasties, these dogs were known as the Lo Se. They were not bred for labor, hunting, or guarding livestock. They were engineered for a singular, elevated purpose: to be the ultimate companion to the Son of Heaven. The breeding of the Lo Se was an art form shrouded in absolute secrecy. Imperial eunuchs dedicated their entire lives to perfecting the breed's distinct features. Every physical trait was infused with deep cultural and spiritual meaning. The flat face and large, expressive eyes were designed to mirror the mythical Fu dogs, the celestial guardians of the empire. But their most prized feature was written directly into their skin. The breeders sought to cultivate specific wrinkle patterns on the dog's forehead, patterns that miraculously resembled the Chinese character for prince, or Wang. To own a dog with the prince mark was to possess a living talisman of royal lineage. Their lives within the imperial palaces were a masterclass in unimaginable luxury. Records suggest these dogs were guarded by their own military escorts, fed diets of the finest meats and delicacies, and given titles of nobility. Some were even granted land and servants. For a commoner to even look upon one of these imperial dogs without permission was a severe transgression. They were a geopolitical currency, kept strictly within the highest echelons of Eastern power. But absolute secrets cannot be contained forever. As the centuries turned, a global shift was brewing, and the locked gates of the empire were about to face the relentless tide of global trade. The turning point for this imperial secret arrived with the Age of Discovery. By the 16th century, the impenetrable borders of the East began to experience the persistent knock of Western explorers and merchants. Enter the Dutch East India Company, an economic titan that was busy mapping the globe and monopolizing the trade of exotic goods. When Dutch merchants first laid eyes on these flat-faced, majestic little dogs in the courts of China, they recognized something far more valuable than silk or porcelain. They saw an exotic, living treasure that could captivate the aristocratic minds of Europe. The exact mechanics of how the first pugs left China remain veiled in historical mist. Some were likely offered as profound diplomatic gifts to forge alliances, while others may have been quietly smuggled aboard massive galleons, hidden among crates of spices and tea. The journey across the treacherous oceans was perilous, but those that survived the voyage arrived in Europe not as pets, but as a new form of high society currency. Almost overnight, the pug transitioned from a sacred Eastern secret to the ultimate Western status symbol. They were alien, magnificent, and entirely exclusive. The European nobility, always hungry for the next display of supreme wealth, became immediately intoxicated by them. However, their true ascension in the West was not merely about looking exotic. It was forged in the crucible of war, loyalty, and a midnight assassination attempt that would change the course of European history forever. The pug's transformation into a European legend was cemented in 1572 during the bloody conflict of the 80 Years' War. William the Silent, the Prince of Orange, was leading the Dutch revolt against the Spanish crown. In the dead of night, a team of Spanish assassins silently infiltrated the Dutch camp, slipping past human guards with the intent to end the prince's life. But they failed to account for a small, flat-faced dog named Pompey. Sleeping faithfully at the foot of his master's cot, Pompey sensed the approaching danger and erupted into a frantic barking, scratching wildly at the prince's face until he woke. William escaped just in time. Because of this single act of vigilance, the pug was officially declared the dog of the House of Orange. For generations, the royal family members were entombed with effigies of their beloved pugs resting at their feet. The conquest did not stop there. The breed swept through the royal courts of Europe like a silent, velvet-pawed empire. In France, Josephine Bonaparte, before she became empress, was imprisoned during the Reign of Terror. Her only lifeline to the outside world was her fiercely loyal pug, Fortune. Under the guise of innocent visits, Fortune carried secret messages hidden within his collar, connecting Josephine to her allies. By the 19th century, Queen Victoria of England developed a profound obsession with the breed. She established massive, meticulously recorded breeding programs, effectively standardizing the modern pug and cementing their status as an inseparable element of the British aristocracy. From the laps of Chinese emperors to the palaces of European monarchs, the pug had successfully conquered the globe's most powerful institutions without ever lifting a sword. The historical journey of the pug is a testament to the strange and fascinating ways human history intertwines with the natural world. They are not simply a product of modern pop culture or a fleeting internet trend. Every snort, every wrinkle, and every confident strut carries the weight of thousands of years of imperial design, diplomatic maneuvering, and royal decree. They are the survivors of dynasties, the companions of revolutionaries, and the living legacy of a time when a small dog could command the respect of an entire empire. If you are fascinated by the hidden histories of the animals we share our lives with, make sure to subscribe to Bark Atlas, hit the like button, and ring the bell so you never miss an expedition into the canine world. But history and geopolitics are only half the story. Why did emperors, queens, and modern humans alike fall so deeply, almost irrationally, under their spell in the first place? It wasn't just a matter of royal fashion. It was a profound biological hijacking. In our next video, the ultimate biological hack, we will uncover the evolutionary psychology and neuroscience behind why humans are powerless against their charm, and how their anatomy perfectly exploits our deepest parental instincts. You won't look at them the same way again.